ladies and gents, welcome to the Indulgent Kitchen. I'm Courtney here with another fun recipe. So today we're going to be making something very special. So I know a lot of you out there are trying to be healthier and trying to get rid of fast food. In fact, my husband totally tried to kick fast food and has actually lost 70 pounds in a year. Really awesome. But one of his favorite things to eat is Taco Bell. He just absolutely loves it. So every now and then we go on this big binge of Taco Bell. And I always end up paying for it the next morning because I'm like, I need Rolaids and all that other stuff. But so I decided, you know what? Maybe I can make it a little better. A little better for me and my family and everything. And I tried out this recipe and it was absolutely fabulous. So we are going to make today kind of my version of a delicious Taco Bell favorite, which are Crunchwrap Supremes. And we have all of our ingredients right here. And you guys follow along and you can make this too. And maybe you can kick the Taco Bell habit like we're trying to do. No one likes the Taco Bell monkey sitting on their shoulder all the time, especially with the kids screaming, I want a Taco Bell. Not only that, to make these, it's actually cheaper than getting everyone a Crunchwrap Supreme and things like that. And you can make so many of these, it's ridiculous. So let's go over some of our ingredients. So for our beef, we're just gonna use regular ground beef. By the way, this is to make anywhere from 6 to 8 Crunchwrap Supremes, just so you know. It might even make more depending on how much meat and stuff you put into each Crunchwrap. But I'm using beef, and you're gonna need about 1.5 pounds of beef. I'm actually doing a ground beef and breakfast pork sausage mixture. I just like the taste. It's the sausage mixed with the beef. It has a more savory taste, and it actually is, to me, it's a little more mouth-watering because of the fat coming from the pork. And it's just really, really good. So if you haven't done that before, I would highly recommend that you try that. You don't have to. You can. I've done it with all beef, and I've also done it with ground turkey. Ground turkey tastes really great. Ground chicken tastes great too. It just depends on what your flavor is. But today, I've done a lot of turkey. I've had chicken all week. I'm tired of chicken. So I'm doing beef and sausage. You're also going to need your Taco Bell packets. 2 to 3, depending on how flavorful and how salty you kind of want it. If you don't, or not focusing on salt too much in your diet, kind of reduce this a bit. But you also do this to taste, so it's better just to buy 3 and not need it. We're also going to have sour cream, refried beans, because those are in Crunchwrap Supremes. I'm basically just listing everything that's really in a Crunchwrap Supreme. Move my drink over there. We have a salsa con queso, or the nacho cheese sauce is from Taco Bell, but anything will do, whatever brand, Fritos, Tostados, or whatever. We have some shredded Mexican cheese. I did some prep work over here. So I already cut up lettuce, tomato. There are no bell pepper or onion in Crunchwrap Supremes, but I'm going to go ahead and add that because that's what I like. That's what our family likes. And you can customize this any way you want. That's why I love this recipe. Now, there's usually a tostada in the middle of the Crunchwrap, but this time we're going to use Doritos instead. So instead of that plain old shell, we're going to use Doritos. So these are my favorite, the spicy nacho Doritos. This is my husband's favorite, and apparently this is his version of prep work, which is tasting the Doritos. Yeah. So if you have some avid Dorito fans in your household and you're trying to make Crunchwrap Supremes, you might want to hide them.
I couldn't help it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, he just has to taste test everything. Yeah.
It's a weakness.
Yeah, so if you have Doritos fans in your house, please hide them so you can actually make this. And then, because at first I caught him so that he wouldn't eat all of them. And you can do whatever flavor you want. I personally like to go more towards the cheesier side since this is a Mexican type of thing. So, or a Mexican type flavor. He likes these Buffalo Ranch Wing Jacked Doritos. I don't know how that's going to taste, but I'm going to make his crunch wraps with that because that's what he wanted. So I'm going to do that. Then, of course, you need flour tortillas. Now, this is important. You need the large burrito tortillas. The biggest ones they have. And make sure you wrap it all together. You also need the taco size tortillas, like the fajita or the taco tortillas. And you might have to cut this down to size so that they fit. I will show you how to do that later in the video. Now, this video is not complicated, but there's a lot of moving parts to it. There's a lot of stuff you got to put in. So just stay with me. I will get you to the promised land. I really will. We'll have beautiful crunch wraps. So relax, get all your ingredients together, grab a cocktail, as I have now, because this is supposed to be fun, and let's get started. Okay, so we're starting off here at the stove, and I've just opened up the 2 packages of meat that I had. So I have ground beef, which is right here. I have ground breakfast sausage. I went ahead and just used all 2 pounds of meat total. So this is 1 pound, this is another pound, just because I don't like saving little residual small pieces of meat. Like here's a 4th pound, here's a 4th pound there, and soon in your freezer you're going to have tons of 4th pounds everywhere. So I'll just make this mixture and then I'll freeze it, and then when I want to make Crunchwrap Supremes again, all I have to do is thaw it, and you can skip this step totally. So you can literally make a big batch of this and then take out and then aliquot it out. Aliquot, yeah. Yeah, in my professional life, I'm a scientist, so there are going to be some scientific terms that I just say aliquot and pipette and whatever. I'm so sorry if you guys are like, what the hell is aliquot? Portion out some ground beef mixture that already has the taco seasonings and stuff in it. You can put it in different like plastic baggies or little containers, and then you can freeze all that. And then if your kids or your husband's like, I want Crunchwrap Supremes like every weekend, you don't have to do this part, which takes, 15-20 minutes to get all the meat cooked. Instead, you can just thaw it out, go off to work, and then come back and it's thawed, and all you have to do is assemble, which I will show you later. So you're going to turn the burner onto kind of medium high. In between these 2 notches, we don't have numbers on ours, so this is about in this range is about medium high, and that's what we're doing. And as it cooks, you're just going to kind of keep mixing.
But tell them the truth about this part.
This is hard. Like usually, so
I'm going to end up doing this part.
Yeah, my husband's going to end up doing this because this is. I love to cook, and I cook for Army. I don't know why, because we don't have kids yet or anything. We just have a dog who like eats anything that falls on the floor. And so I cook a whole bunch, but I hate this part where you have to grind in the meat, like Bob always says from Bob's Burgers. So, and now I'm sitting up here doing this, and it just drives my wrist insane. And I always am like, I'm not doing that anymore. So I always ask my husband to come and do this for me until the meat's cooked. And he has an awesome trick that I was actually jealous of. So I was like, how the heck are you getting this done so fast when it takes me forever? And he uses this. He uses a pizza cutter. And as it cooks, he just keeps rolling it, and he gets the tiniest little granules of beef. It's as if someone threw the hunk of beef in the food processor and just went, and then you get these beautiful little grounds of beef.
Maybe we should try that.
I've actually done that. When he's not home, and I have to do this myself, I literally just let it sit like that, and it like... Okay, so as you can see, my husband has cooked everything for me. Thank you so much, hon.
You're welcome.
And it's all nice and small. I mean, there's some big pieces, but I don't care. Everyone likes a little big piece in their mouth every now and then. So let's go ahead and drain it now. Let's put the colander over here in the sink first. And then we're just going to drain off as much grease as we can using the colander or strainer from wherever part of the U.S. you're from. Alright. That. I'm going to set this. That's not smart. Set that down here. And then pour the meat back in. Take it back here. It's on low, so we're going to go back to about medium. Be right back. now we are going to start putting in our seasonings and such. Now, a lot of Crunchwrap Supremes have refried beans in it. They actually put kind of a thicker layer on their Crunchwrap Supremes found at the bottom. I don't like that because sometimes when I bite into it, I get just beans and no meat or anything. So I'm actually going to, oh, it's dripping. I'm actually going to incorporate that in this mixture. That way I'm using less beans, but it actually helps the Crunchwrap be a little more filling because there's still beans in it. And the beans mixed with the meat actually kind of acts as a glue almost. And it not only holds all the seasonings together, but it also helps to kind of glue parts of your Crunchwrap together so that while you're folding and while you're cooking, things kind of stay in place. So, and this is refried beans. So I'm just going to do about 5 to 6 tablespoons if it cooperates. They don't have to be perfect. It can be kind of these hunks. Three, 4. That's 5. Hell, why not? Like 6. There's so much meat already because this is like 2 pounds of meat, so 6 tablespoons of beans isn't going to be much. Okay. Now we're also going to put in our Taco Bell seasoning or whatever taco seasoning you like. El Paso, Ortega, it doesn't matter. Now this is 1 packet per pound of beef. So I'm going to go ahead and use mainly Taco Bell because that's what my husband likes. Now because of the bean mixture, it's gonna, even though it acts like a glue, it will also take away a little bit from the seasoning if you don't season it right. So I usually take a little bit of extra taco seasoning, it can be generic too, and just sprinkle that in there as well. Probably about a half packet. If you're having, if you're watching your sodium, get low sodium. What you're also going to need is you're going to need at least a half a cup of water. So I went over to the sink. That's 1/4 cup. And that's a half cup. You probably will need to add more as you mix because it might get too thick. But I want to do this first to get it started. And adding taco seasoning is really to your taste too. So some of you might even add all 3 packets in because it's just not, it just doesn't taste as flavorful. And that's fine. But again, if you're watching your sodium, get the low sodium packets. And we're just gonna mix that all up as it's cooking. I have it on medium, medium high. And because of the beans, it is gonna be kind of thickish at first, so you're gonna really kind of want to mix it well. This might be also a little tiring. Might want to ask your husband to come do this for you too, but. You know, I'll soldier on, I guess. It's starting to stick a little. I'm going to add 1 more 1/4 cup of water. Oops, spilled some. There we go. Yeah. Starting to get gooey and sticky. If you want to add more beans, that's totally fine. Okay guys, so we cooked all of our meat. We have all of our ingredients laid out here. We are ready to start assembling these Crunchwraps. So just so you know, the large tortillas, I actually heated them up for about 15 to 20 seconds in the microwave, depending on how powerful your microwave is. So you want to take your first tortilla, lay it down here, Sorry, it's so crowded. So much space. This is a 1/4 cup measurer. I want to take first 1/4 cup of beef and kind of pat it down. You'll put up to 1/2 cup of beef. Hold on a sec, guys. Let me get a spoon real quick. There's a spoon to be had. Okay. So that'll help me spread more. So it can be anywhere from 1/3 to 1/2 of a cup of the ground beef bean mixture. Kind of put that right here and you'll spread it as best you can. So it should be like that. This will be about 1.5 inches to 2 inches away from the edge. Next, we're going to take our nacho cheese. You're going to take right here. You can take about a couple of tablespoons of that. Spread that around. You're going to spread it around as best you can. It's not the easiest, but actually it's going on pretty good. Make sure it's all nice and covered. Okay. Here's your nacho cheese. Then next we're gonna put in.
Oh, can I get extra nacho cheese? So I order mine and drive through. If it's mine.
Look full.
That's how I order mine.
It'll be soggy.
Okay. Yeah, it is. That's how I order
We're gonna do this the right way for the YouTube people. Can we do that, please? Can we do that, please? Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, those I'll make off camera will be to your ridiculous request.
Okay. But that's, ladies and gentlemen, that's just how I order it.
Yes, and he's just a sloppy mess. I can barely watch him eat.
I eat my Taco Bell in a private room.
Yeah, because he's shameful. Okay, so we're gonna put the Doritos on now.
Okay, this was yours because you grabbed the spicy nacho.
Yes, I did. Grab the spicy nacho. And it doesn't matter how you lay it on. I try to lay it on so that there's no pieces kind of protruding up that will pierce the tortilla or anything. So you just kind of lay it down, kind of like a pizza. Enough to, and you can crunch them up a little. Now, mind you, the Crunchwrap will not be fully crunchy just because you have nacho cheese and that's going to soak in after a while. And you can do like 1 to 2 layers of just kind of pieces. I'm trying very hard not to overstuff this, but you know me. You kind of press that down a little bit. Next, you're going to take your sour cream. You don't need a lot, and you can omit this if you don't want sour cream. It's totally fine.
No sour cream for me.
Yeah, well, I'm only going to put a teeny bit
because people be going crazy with sour cream.
Yeah.
And I don't understand it, but I'm not judging you. But,
I don't get it either, but I'm just doing like a very teeny.
And I normally don't talk on the video, but I'm going to say that.
Yeah, in my other videos you notice it's only been me, but when it comes to fast food stuff that I do like Taco Bell, he's very passionate, so he's going to be saying some stuff.
Yeah.
See, that's all I can tolerate, in all honesty.
Yeah, that's plenty. Okay, if you do that much for me, that'll be okay.
Like, I would even do less next time, so it's just, because you can always dip later. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're actually going to, I like to put a little cheese on now. Just a little Mexican cheese on top.
And we have never worked at Taco Bell. And I've seen you guys work behind the counter. You do a fantastic job. How did you come up with this? How did you figure out how to do this?
I don't know. I just was like, hey, I understand the concept. Once you bite into it and kind of look at it, it's like, oh, this is just layered stuff. And not to like, I'm so sorry.
Sorry, Taco Bell. We kind of reverse engineered it took a bite into it and figured it out.
I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to like knock your game or anything. I'm just saying like.
No, but Taco Bell, you do good work. But it was like, take a bite. Oh, got it.
So now I'm putting lettuce. Again, you don't want to put too much. I'm a big stuffer of anything, as my husband will tell you. So.
And they don't put lettuce, tomato, and onion on there. So.
Yeah, you have to ask for it.
Oh, I never even asked. Never even thought to ask.
Yeah, some of them have it. Like one of them has it. Okay, that's enough tomato. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, guys.
One of them has it.
And then some bell peppers. I know they don't put bell peppers on here. And every time I put kind of a layer on, I'm kind of mushing it down a bit.
Maybe when we open up our restaurant, we'll do that. We'll make this, in like 8 years, or depending on how the YouTubing goes. If you guys support us enough. Oh, sorry. What? Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. What else? Okay, so while we were talking, sorry, we kind of go off a tangent sometimes. We have our cheese, and then we have bell peppers. We have our tomatoes and some onions on top. And now you're going to add a little more cheese. That's going to help to seal everything up. Just sprinkle it on top. Yes, my Crunchwrap is kind of big. I don't know how this is going to turn out. And I'm just going to kind of massage and push out. And as you can see, as I massage and push out, it spreads it out a little bit. This might not even work, guys. We might do this all over again. But we shall see. Then you take the smaller taco tortillas. They're the taco or the fajita sizes. You put that right on top. That's what that's for. And now, this is kind of the hard part. You're gonna fold. Now see, now people who do crafts and stuff like me know what a pleated fold is. But this is a pleated fold. So you put down your first pleat, you kind of fold in that and put it down like that. See that?
And this is definitely not how the restaurant makes it.
Well, if you see them as they grill it, it looks like a pleated
fold. They do a pleated fold. They don't have the small tortilla, which is a good thing that she has a small tortilla because it is
I think
stuffed.
they might have a small tortilla. Or they might cut theirs. I'm not certain on how they do that. Now, this is hard because...
I think you're doing good, though.
Because it doesn't hold like...
until you...
Like Taco Bell does it. I don't know how they do it.
The tortilla's bigger.
Yeah.
The big tortilla is a lot bigger. That's
yeah.
You're doing good. This is cheap.
Yeah, this is our cheap tortilla you get store.
We cheating.
Yes. So just try to do this as best you can. It might not come out totally perfect, but it's close enough. And some people, if it turns out to be a bowl of taco salad, then some people are just as happy.
I know I am.
It's all get out. So I know it's gonna unfold, but I'm gonna go get a plate just because I just thought of an idea.
Hold it. My hands are clean.
Oh, there we go.
My hands are clean.
See, husbands are for great things. See how it kind of undoes itself. We are going to fold it like that. Flip. There we go. And it'll stay like that. I'm gonna let it sit like that until I'm ready to cook it. I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of them, and I'll be right back to show you how we start cooking these. But as I was making them, I thought for a minute, it's like, well, it's supposed to be kind of crunchy. It's Crunchwrap Supreme. What if I did it in the air fryer? I'm sure there's people on YouTube who've tried that. I just haven't seen it personally. No offense to the people out there who have done that. Props to you if you have. But I kind of wanted to try it out myself. And I'm totally flying off the seat of my pants here. I don't know how this is going to come out. I am making up the temperature as we go, so we're going to be learning together. So I actually made 5, and this is the 5th one. And we're going to be putting this in the air fryer, kind of doing the temperatures, adjusting the temperatures, and at the end we'll kind of make our own conclusions. It's kind of like an experiment, and see how this turns out. So let's go ahead and get started. So I've already made my Crunchwrap, and as you know how I've folded it and flipped it and everything. The folded part is actually at the bottom. I'll actually flip it for you really quick. See how it's folded like that. And I actually keep it on the plate because it is constantly bending the tortilla in that direction, so that, and it won't stay there fully, but it stays there long enough for me to get it to the heating element, whether it be the air fryer or the stove or whatever. So my air fryer is not all ready to go. We're going to preheat it as we usually do. I'm going to preheat it at 370. And we're only going to preheat it for about 2 or 3 minutes. I'll do 2 minutes. And I'll be right back after the 2 minutes is up. Okay. Oh, still beeping. All right. So it's done preheating. It's been about 2 minutes. So we're going to open up the air fryer. We're going to take our cooking spray. We're going to spray it liberally. Just on the bottom. Don't need to do the sides or anything. Let's get that back a little bit. Now this can be kind of a delicate process because, like I showed you before, we have the folded pleats on top. In the video, this is before I actually cooked it on the pan. So it hasn't been on the pan or anything. It hasn't been fully cooked yet. So this is as if instead of cooking it on the stove, I'm actually going to try to cook it in the air fryer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray the top pretty liberally. Then I'm going to do this really fast. So I'm going to take my hand, flip it over really quick, take my other hand and spray it very well, like that. Put the over and flip over. I hope you guys saw that. That helps the pleats to stay in. Usually Taco Bell, I think, has like a panini press or something to keep the pleats in. Obviously we don't have that here, so I gotta use my hands. So I'm going to attempt to put the pleats down first, because usually that's how you cook it on the stove, to solidify it first. So since air fryers are usually kind of shallow, you're going to need to do this kind of fast. Which is why I've let it sit on the plate with the pleats down for about 15 to 20 minutes. So I can do this really fast. So I'm going to carefully pick it up, put my fingers in as much as I can underneath. See, some of the pleats are coming out. See, like that. Carefully put it in. It is preheated, so please don't burn yourself. But carefully put it in. That's going to take practice. I'm used to cooking a lot. So I kind of have a higher pain tolerance when it comes to getting burned. And also I have nails on, which is actually one of the reasons why I put fake nails on. Because it actually has protect my fingertips many a time from getting burned. Okay, so it's in there like that. I hope you guys saw what I did there. I'm going to shove it in. Now it's on. I'm going to cook this. I don't even know. Because I'm just making this up as I go. I'm going to cook this like an egg roll. And when I make egg rolls, I usually go about 380, 390. I'm going to go on the safe side and do 380 because you can always cook longer if it's not firm enough. So what we're going to do, hit the on button, go to the temperature here. We're going to go up to 380. And then for the time, oh Christmas, we're going to do 6 minutes and see how this turns out. So, and we're going to hit start. Oh my goodness, I'm excited. Okay, so we'll be back in 6 minutes, see how it turns out. Okay guys, we are back. It is about to turn off. It's been 6 minutes at 380. So we're going to see how it turned out so far. Oh my god. Oh wow. Guys, I don't know if you can hear it, but as I'm pressing with my nails, it's crispy. Like, and that was just 6 minutes. Like, it's very firm to the touch. Keep the camera on that. I'm gonna get a spatula. Sorry guys, I'm not prepared because I didn't know if this was gonna work or not. And it's solid. Let's kind of put this on the plate real quick just to kind of see how that's turning out. Wow. And that's solid. That's crispy. So when you do the air fryer, whatever is at the top is going to be crispier than what was at the bottom facing downward. So the bottom is pretty damn crispy. I'm kind of really surprised. So now I really want to crisp up this top because I really want you guys to do this for yourselves and make this perfect and better than Taco Bell. So I'm gonna put that back in. Be careful, it's still hot. I'm gonna put just a teeny bit of spray off, just a little bit. So I already sprayed the bottom and the top. You already saw me do that. We're gonna put that back in. And now I'm not gonna do it as much because I don't want it to burn. So I'm gonna do 380, and I'm gonna go down. Ooh, Shuki. We're gonna do 4 minutes. And funny, our air fryer, if you don't touch it for a while, it'll just say, okay, that's what you wanted, that's what I'm gonna do for you. So we're doing 4 minutes, 380. We will come back and see how that turns out. I'm so excited. Okay guys, it's done. We did the second time, flipped it over, 4 minutes at 380. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. That's crispy. Like, I have fake nails on. I can't even push in. Like, but that's not a bad thing. It still moves when I pull it out. This is a Crunchwrap and air fryer. And guys, I can't even deal right now. Like I said, not to knock anyone who's done this already and I just haven't seen your video. I'm so sorry. I'm just discovering this for myself. But I'm going to cut this in half. I mean, it's crispy every which way. It's like pie crispy.
You want to flip it over?
It's really hot. Let's see if I can flip it over.
That's a beautiful golden brown.
I mean, that's such a pretty golden brown. This is what I
That
dream
is
of.
beautiful golden brown.
And don't do this at home, like touch it like that. My hands are really used to hot stuff because I cook all the time.
Oh my god.
And that's the underside. We did that first. And it still looks nice. It didn't burn, didn't do anything. So that was a total of 10 minutes.
I think that's the top side.
That was a total of 10 minutes at 380. 6 minutes on one side, 4 minutes on the other. We're going to cut this. Sorry, it's a bread knife. It's all it was clean right now. I've been cooking all day.
That's a beautiful golden brown.
We're going to cut this and see.
Not doing justice.
See how it's flaky? It's just flaking off. This is just a regular tortilla that you get at the store. The cheap little tortilla. Oh my goodness, guys. That's the inside. That is the inside. And if you saw my previous video, or my previous takes of my video, because I'm probably going to put these together. That's just a piece of lettuce. I'm so sorry, guys. That's the cheese and the nacho cheese. These are Doritos actually put in. And, you know, when you get a Crunchwrap and they have that tostada that's in the middle, it's not really a Crunchwrap. It's still kind of soft. I know a lot of you guys have noticed that. So we're going to go ahead and taste that. I'm going to split that in half because I don't want him to ruin his dinner. My husband, who's running camera. I want him to ruin his dinner. If it's still gooey. Oh my goodness, it's still gooey. Give that one to him. Let's hold the camera. There you go, hon.
Thank you.
It's still crispy. I'm surprised. All right. Yeah. Cheers to the Crunchwraps. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a bite. Guys, this is how a Crunchwrap should be. I mean, the crust is not like crispy, but the crust is like that flaky taste in your mouth. It's not like, oh, I'm just eating tortilla. Wow. The flavor of the Doritos were a good choice. The sausage and beef combination, good choice for the peas. It just tastes good and flavorful, but still kind of fresh. The sour cream's not overpowering. You can taste a bunch of the nacho cheese and the cheese. Everything's working together to hold it together. Oh my god. I'm gonna have a whole one for dinner tonight and I can't wait. Like, I'm gonna lose my mind. And I like sauce. I would eat this with no sauce, like no taco sauce or anything. Like, this is good. This is awesome. Guys, this is awesome. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Oh my god. Please. I'm happy. Please try this. Like, please try this recipe. Like, I'm so excited. Let me put that down before I just lose myself. Okay. So, that's really good. Wow. That's wonderful. So, thank you guys so much for watching our show. I'm going to go ahead and cook these at the same way that I cooked the first one. So, if you're going to do it in the air fryer, I would say 380. The first one with the pleats down at 6 minutes. Flip it over, and you don't need to use your hand to flip it over now because now the pleats have been cooked in place. So you can just go ahead and flip it over like that. And then do it for another 4 minutes, okay? And then your crunch wraps are ready to go. If they're not crispy to your liking, same temperature, 380, 1 to 2 minutes. Doesn't matter what side. And you'll get, and just do it in 1 or 2 minute intervals until you get it to the crispiness that you like it to be. That for me, I'll probably do that off camera personally just because they're a little bigger, but just in case you're wondering. So guys, this is awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and keep eating, and I'm still gonna eat one for dinner because I love food. That's why I'm doing this show. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please show me pictures on Facebook and our website, which are listed below, on your Crunchwrap Supremes, what you put inside. Especially if you guys do shredded chicken. I've never done shredded chicken before. So if you guys do that, that'd be awesome. If you do like a vegetarian or vegan one, that would be cool. Go ahead and post that too, because I'd like to see how that one would turn out. I'd like to know your comments about that. And also check out our other social media outlets. Those are all listed down below as well. And me and my husband are going to get a drink and get our grub on. And we are so going to see you next time. So thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you later.